Well, hello. Today's movie is the 1957 Korean War movie Men in War. It is September 1950 and a small American unit has been cut off from its division. A lone jeep is stopped and contains Sergeant Montana and the shell-shocked colonel. They have decided to quit fighting after their division is wiped out. The lieutenant commandeers the jeep and they continue on their way to link up with the Hill and their division. The unit is attacked by infiltrators and snipers along the way. Montana reluctantly uses his skills to help get them through safely. They continue to face a number of challenges, including artillery barrages and a landmine field, and they capture a prisoner along the way. They finally reach the hill and decide to use the captured prisoner to find out if the North Koreans or Americans hold the hill. The prisoner is shot. Then they are greeted by three GIs. Only they are North Koreans in disguise. Montana shoots them even though unsure if they are really North Koreans. This gets the lieutenant angry, and he wants him and the colonel gone, which Montana gleefully accepts. They then go on with the assault on the hill. The assault continues, and one by one, each member of the platoon is killed in the assault. The colonel has decided to join this assault, and he also is killed, leaving only Montana and the lieutenant left. They continue to assault with a flamethrower, and they succeed in capturing the hill. At the end, only one member of the platoon besides the two survived, and they hear the approach of the American army. They decide to symbolically get out. So it is a 1957 movie. It was based on the book Day Without End by Van Praagh. And originally in the book it took place in Normandy. And so they decided to move it up to Korea because that was kind of a more fresh in people's minds, I'm sure. And interesting enough, the producer wanted to tell the story of the foot soldier. There's a quote at the beginning that says, "Tell me the story of the foot soldier, and I will tell you the story of all wars." Now, the Pentagon refused to cooperate with this movie because it depicted an army unit without discipline, and they didn't like that. So they didn't get any, tanks and aircraft and extras to use. So they did pretty much make a nice little movie. It was in Bronson Canyon, where a lot of films have been produced, and so they he was forced to kind of concentrate on the landscape and that. And, the enemy was mostly unseen. And, it did give a strong sense of the platoon being isolated. And, it gave I think, it was actually for the better that they didn't get any help because they made a very tight little movie there about this platoon. And, I think it's a great war movie. It's probably one of the finest ones about the Korean War that I've seen. It's one I definitely enjoy. It had Robert Ryan and Aldo Ray. And, it made 1.5 million, which I'm not sure what the costs were, but they probably made money off it. Interesting, Elmer Bernstein did the score for this. And I just have to say, if I recommend this movie. It's an enjoyable war movie. If you like war movies, I think you'll enjoy this movie a lot. And this was happened set during the time of the beginning of the Korean War, because at that time America was just kind of throwing together ad hoc units to try and stop the North Koreans. And I think this portrayed the war very well, accurately. Americans were kind of losing in that beginning part. So if you stuck with me this long, I thank you. You're a unique individual.